you know that Koi is going to be dishing out some serious teamfight down.
Every game one, though, is not what I expected to see, but when you're talking about this teamfight comp from MKoi, I see a comp that has quite a bit of mobility, a lot of area control as well, thanks to Talia Zinzao, as well as Rel. And a bit of self-pill added in as Han Summer goes to this R5 Zeri.
Every single mid that we've spoken to on the Euphoria podcast has always said that these are the two mid laners that will always test you. And I look at the left and right of our screen and I see these HP bars and it's these mid laners.
Hold, Betty, hold. Unbreakable is up with the concussive blows as well, getting close to Tara, but Alvaro is in kill range and kill indeed. Han Summer one hit away. Super will flash for it and trades 1 for 1.
I think you take that as MKoi. Sure, Alvaro goes down, but Han Sama falling in tow. The aggressive TP coming through from LeBron sets up then for them to move across towards the objective. And in the grand scheme of things, when you have the lead that Super had, I didn't expect G2 to be able to set up for the Dragon. So in that moment, alongside being able to cover Caps in the mid lane.
It is just showing the hard work that MKoi have put in over the year to get in this spot. This Ghost popped onto Skumon, Winter's Bite, the engage begins, Cyclone onto Lebrov, and the damage immense as he flashes away. Skumon has to ulti as well. Shattering Strike does nothing, and standing there to die is Lebrov as Super takes him away.
MKoi just found a great moment to pounce. Jojo was on reset, so I think G2, after chunking him out, were like, okay, MKoi aren't going to go aggressive, but Hans
a really good
free talent strike. It's a knockup. Lebrov coming in over the wall. The shock forces the flash. The wall saved from Jojo. He gets out as well, but with the lightning crash down, Han Summer is going to find a kill eventually as Elyoya kites it out, but there it is. The kill over to Hans. Elyoya drops. Jojo can't save his life.
So at the very least, G2 converted into a kill for themselves, with the objective going the way of MKoi.
I was wondering, I'm like, why have we only got a bug? Remember we talked about this, I think, last split as well. Let's see if he needs it now. Caps get the flip back. Alvaro, no, not at all. Crashdown going to miss though, and defensive ulti from Alvaro keeps him alive for a little bit longer. Caps ends up getting the kill though, and now he's on the board.
G2 have been finding some nice picks in River, catching Alvaro now out of position and gets them another kill. And crucially, the fact you get that first kill going to Han Sama and now a kill going to Caps, it's on to key members, and Jojo's overextended.
There you go, there's finally that level. Jojo could fight forward. Shattering Strike still connects Crashdown on top of that as well, but no sides with shove means Jojo's going to stand his ground. Take a bit of damage with the threat of Molly. It's getting close. Caps again, one more shot! And Caps will take it. A redemption for you.
Flick down at the end there, just barely catching on to the pigeon.
The mid wave is going to be the priority for Super as he clears that one out, and yet MKoi couldn't really find a good angle into the river.
Yeah.
With Caps pushing that top wave as well. Mirwin being on the top side and Jojo being on the bot side, you really want that Azir involved in the fight, and there is a bit of a health advantage skewed towards Mirwin. Alvaro, Super on one side, Elyoya on the other. We'll see how MKoi approach this.
But look, Elyoya and Jojo getting zoned off from Caps into a seismic shove. Elyoya's chunked to half HP. No jungler for MKoi. The variance in this play has just been reduced, and that's a free dragon with one press of a button.
Lebrov and Caps are doing a great job of just playing gatekeepers. Lebrov denying Alvaro and Super entrance into the pit. We just haven't really seen Elyoya be able to make much magic happen as Jojo.
Oh, he predicts it. He knows. He thinks Caps is waiting around. Redemption brings him to fall, and that 1v1 now unfair as top lane. MKoi getting the brick of it as I think that is Mirwin just standing his ground. He's tanky enough. They need to commit, but under turret, it's difficult. Shattering Strike onto Elyoya. The damage on Skumon into Elyoya is better, but decimating smash, the zone. Broken Blade about to dismount. Meanwhile, as bot ends up with Caps dead, there's help from Han Summer. Broken Blade, he's tanked up the aggro one time, but now the re-dive. It's a double over to Han Summer, and you thought the Sivir was strong. Welcome to the land of Zeri.
Wow, action across the map. Caps falls on the right side of the rift. Meanwhile, on the left, G2 is making a dive happen, but that's not slowing MKoi down. Super secures the tower in the mid lane, and G2 is keeping the aggression going. Just like that, as we approach the 20-minute mark, the pace has been accelerated.
G2 do not want to let this up. Tower number 2 going to fall on the top side.
And it will be TP for TP if it gets to that. Cap's going to look for his escape. Jojo interrupts the wall and sends him back. Now no ultis on either for the seismic shove. Gives Caps a little bit of timing. TP's in front of him, but with lethal tempo. Jojo won't let him escape.
It's a good attempt from Caps, but Jojo's got one better. Huge pick on the side lane and kind of shuts down a lot of that pressure. And for MKoi, the fact that you can bring Jojo across and actually start to threaten those towards Adakan and Dragon is huge.
Broken Blade just trying to do some damage to Mirwin before anything else starts out down here, but MKoi have numbers advantage. That Dragon's up in a minute. Out of carnage, you're talking about it's going to be the priority.
That mid lane gap was absolutely massive. A 1.1k gold lead for Caps.
Whoa.
But now 2 back-to-back deaths have resulted in Jojo now getting the gold lead. This is the level 15, a full level over Caps. And I mean, we talked about the scaling potential before. Super still in a fantastic position, even though Hans Summer has been injected a bunch of gold, and he himself is a level down to Super. So I think the Koi is still well on their way to securing a fantastic team fight as we get later and later.
However, wait for the interrupt. When Seismic Shove avoided. Caps would have found the flick back and maybe the kill with Bear Trap on a rope expiring. This bot turret holds on.
An early base comes through from Hans Summer. It looks like that he wants to, complete his Infinity Edge ahead of this fight. G2 have position on it, but they are a man down. They need the Zeri to come back into the fight. The Hex Gate's being used. Hans is very close.
But is he close enough? Jojo on the way as well. No flash, but an Azir wall at the ready. Hexgate used by Mirwin. He's got a blast going to reposition back into the river. G2 hold their way in the triangular brush. As Decimating Smash starts us off, but out of range. Cap's going to go in first. Seismic Shove connects, but it's onto a Scion. At 4k, this Dragon ever so important. G2 needs Soul Point, but a little bit early. Broken Blade has to flash away. Decimating Smash as well. Look how healthy MKOI are with the Cyclone out. Humon early to LeBron. It's a great death now. A good shove from Caps as well. And now with the Weaver's Wall and closing around Movistar Koi, Elyoya's escape. It was imminent, it was there, but it's taken away. An ace for G2, and I think that man played with Rock so damn hard. But that is such a game-changing ult to bring to the fight, and G2 wiped him away before he could press the button.
It really felt like that from a positional point of view, Koi had the better position, but Koi did secure the Dragon, denying Soul Point away from G2, and the Baron is still alive. So Koi are definitely not out of this game just yet.
But Elyoya just face-checked into Broken Blade. He can buy some time, however, going to be demounted first. Cyclone number 2 connect. Redemption coming down. There's one in reverse. Broken Blade healed up, trying to remount to save his life. Meanwhile, the front of the fight, it's all Hans Summer, all again. He'll manage from over the wall, keep his ult in full uptime as Jojo needs to escape into Scumon. That's not the way. As Caps sends it home to take another. A double for Hans with the final left remaining. And yes, a Dragon denial last time was good, but you can't stop Hans Summer from running all over you.
Hans Summer is feeding himself in this game, dashing over the wall into several members of MKOI, securing the fight and winning the Baron for G2.
Just as I was saying, MKOI could still find a fight in this game. G2 silenced me. That flank from Mirwin looked like it could have been game-changing, but you highlighted it, Dagda. The immediate response is Alvaro now the target.
And by the way, as Alvaro dies here, we have had 2 big fights in a row in this game, and they have both been 5,000 gold fights. 10,000 the lead for G2. MKOI 2 times in a row.
I was just catching MKOI out constantly. Like, we've seen it in River, we've seen it now on the bottom side, we saw it on the top side. Now they're catching a Jojo Pyun. It's just a constant pick play from G2.
Another pick secured for G2. 18 kills to...
One thing you're going to go do, you're going to be there, okay? If you're not there, I will find you. Number 2, LEC Summer Finals, we reach towards Madrid. Remember, these teams, this winner of this series, will be the first to lock their spot in on the big stage, and wait till you see what we have in store on that stage. Oh my God, it's beautiful. As for MKOI, their defense begins, but 13, excuse me if I can count, is the gold lead right now. Caps is sieging on top, and mid was broken long ago. Bot is being sieged by Broken Blade. This is utter domination in the span of 8 minutes.
I mean, for a lot of this game, it was extremely close. We saw some great back and forths, great punishes from Koi, nice picks being shown by G2, but ultimately it all culminated into that 4th Dragon fight where G2 just got the better of Koi, it ballooned the gold lead, and now we find G2 in this very dominant position. The Baron is going to be wearing off, and I don't think that G2 is going to get much more off the back of it, but they'll set their sights on the Dragon, put themselves on Dragon Point. Now they have to make a choice. Dragon is in a minute away, but I don't think they need it with this kind of a gold lead and with the Baron at their backs.
LeBron looking for an engage. He wants to source with that flash in. He finds it. Magnum Storm onto 3. Cap sends the wall down as well. Alvaro's pinched in the corner while Elyoya is sent packing. Flashing over the wall after Bear Trap on the rope while Hans Summer's going to clean out the diff in the back end. Jojo, the last remaining, really standing in the way of G2, and yet another grand final, at least from a Game 1 Andy perspective. An ult from Mirwin to get out of dodge, but G2 have the Nexus in their sights.
Super was eviscerated in that fight. He just disappeared off the map, not even being given the chance to flash away as the Nexus now opens up.
You don't want to say that was an easy game, and it wasn't. It's disingenuous, but in the end, Hans Summer is ending the start of this series with 13 kills. A shutdown over to JoJo, but G2 are looking hot.
Sorry, I should a dive comp. And I think
Okay,
that they've
good one.
successfully drafted around that. When you look at Yorick, of course, he is a champion, isn't inherently a good dive champion, but he's a well-rounded champion. He works well on side lanes, he has typically very good matchups, he's pretty safe blind over just Renekton existing.
But the Twitter battle started because it was a B1 Renekton.
Ooh, Jojo.
Jojo. Let's ignore that.
No, Jojo.
Jojo.
No,
Jojo! As soon as he Justice punched forward, I could tell you in a heartbeat that was flash or kill, and it was both for Caps.
I think that if Caps had had a little bit more mana, they really would have tried to force that, but now that he's level 6, JoJo has to be extremely careful.
Elyoya on the way as well. They want to make this play happen.
Alvaro gonna snip in. Remember, Caps has no flash either. On the edge, he's knocked up. Shockwave brings them all in, but 3 won't matter. The pop away, LeBron! That 1-for-1 was nice, but remember, Caps is the one who pays.
That's the thing. MKOI end up getting the kill.
Numbers right now still an advantage of G2. Alvaro makes it even as look towards bot. Dominus has been popped. 1v1. Flash away though. Broken Blade has lost the minion wave, so that heal won't do a damn thing. And even though he's got a reign of anger, it's Meowin bringing down the shovel. One more last right to send him into the dirt.
It was the counter match that BB wanted, but he didn't want to take the hands that Mirwin had. And MKOI starting to find the success that they want in these early stages.
Super almost caught out in the meantime as well. We're getting chaotic here in this second game. I asked for a banger, and I think already we are starting to deliver. Alvaro interrupted midway. A pillar up as well. This Rakan needs to battle down the wave, and that too is interrupted. Separated from JoJo, and a shockwave to bring him in. A chomp down, and the feats of warfare claimed. JoJo goes back in. He's trampled, but he's safe near the turret as G2 are bringing pace in with this cow.
I mean, this is what we wanted, a clear, but it is Skumon to start off this objective. Yeah, I think just one makes the most sense for him. Just grab that one grub when he has a chance. LeBron, though, eyeing up mid lane.
Caps healed to get out of the range. Shielded Duran connects anyway, but there's the flash again. LeBron, these engages are gorgeous. He bops them back towards G2, and this is a donation cow from LeBron.
JoJo didn't even have a chance to flash. LeBron immediately engages, and he just got caught out, trying to fake pressure over towards the Void Grubs so that then Skumon would leave, but ends up giving his life. And now
ulti from Super, he's going to pop it while Elio is coming in as well. Big minion wave, Foster's bomb clears it out, but with the Gatling gun and barrier, Hans Summer still drops. Super Elioya get low. LeBron is on the way in again, but he needs his jungler. Skumon is so far away. As in the end, MKOI get the kill and get out.
What's crazy is that, you know, the question around like, and the answer is yes, as Elioya secures a grab, but the fighting doesn't stop.
Subjugation as well from Skumon. Shockwave brought back in, but I didn't think it really connected. Elioya is still dead, chomped down, and Caps picks up the kill. This mid-jungle duo is just there first, and grubs go down. Better than not, G2 get 2 for 1.
Also, this Orianna just being accelerated is going to be so terrifying as the game goes on. Top side, though, it's not over.
He's doing it again, but this time onto JoJo. Shielded Duran, zoning him out. LeBron, though, trampled on. He might die to the winds of war, and does. You know what? LeBron has had a killer game, but he had to mess up somewhere.
A misplay from LeBron.
Using this time, LeBron gets deep vision in bot side jungle as well. I'm going to have to expand the minimap. Maybe I need glasses. Yeah, there is one ward. Right there, by the way. I had to look. The fact that I had to make the minimap bigger, that concerns me. I need to eat more carrots.
With no major objective on the map, this is really the best play that both teams have available to them. And I think it's Koi that is that driving force. As now Super making his way to top lane.
Shooter Duran's going to come in. Broken Blade's got nowhere to go. There is a Dominus available. It's going to come late, though, and no heal. Super takes it with ease, and Broken Blade is having a rough game too.
And just really well played by MKOI. They forced G2 to over-index to save Hans Summer on the bottom side thanks to Mirren's pressure, and then they just play on the opposite.
JoJo's got to get out of here. 3 members of G2 have set their sights on him, and he's going to be able to Justice Punch away as the rest of MKOI are actually starting off this Herald. Of course, remember the ulti from the Galio. JoJo is looking.
And they're going to turn straight away. Forget the Herald. They look for the play. Skumon is low. He has the ball on him as Alvaro goes for the engage. It's deep, but G2 take a chunk of damage while Herald goes down to Pantheon. That's Elioya. He picks up the eye while
And look at Caps' health on the top side. Like, you cannot contest this G2 because Jojo joins and Caps can't really do anything about it. Looking for the reset now, both mid lane.
No flash on Super.
See how quickly MKOI played this with that no flash on Super. It depends when's Caps going to come in. The TP now from MKOI brings out first. Caps a little bit later. Hunt Summer gets chunked. Redemption going to heal MKOI up to full. It's great as Jojo gets over the wall with a shield of Duran, gives Super the reposition. And as he walks it back again, the engage is in. Shockwave finally there. The poke good as MKOI loses Alvaro first. Hunt Summer focusing on Super as Caps helps out with the distance. Phosphorus bomb. They survive. Meanwhile, MKOI play it front to back of the rest of the fight. Meewan comes in. Dark Procession not going to find a lockdown. His morning mist also missed. And MKOI on the Dragon still. It looks like the right side of the fight went damn well.
It ends up 2 for 2 off the back of it, but it will be the Dragon going to MKOI, and a huge amount of that was off of this exhaust from Labrov. Barely clips it onto Super as he goes for that killer instinct into the back line. And it means that you just don't get that assassination potential. And Super finds himself on the wrong side of the fight.
Doesn't really have much to go against it for now. MKOI, it's not the only thing going well as mid turret is an easy charge. Super's going to take this away, and ladies and gentlemen, it feels good right now for Spain. 2K in the lead.
Bot is continually sieging. They're now moving with the pressure that they have in top into the top side river.
They're going to get caught for it, though. Alvaro turns into engage, and Jojo slaps down. A great hero's entrance, shielded around on 2-man as well. It's the tanky members, but still, as Broken Blade comes on in, G2 tried to turn it around. Successfully for now. Meewan comes in, Broken Blade survives. A re-engage there as well as Super gets to the back line. But he's going to be dead for the chase down of Hans Sama. The auto secures. Labrov survives, and they turn that on whim because everything was used.
Credit to Broken Blade for that very early TP. The fact that they created a numbers advantage before the Yorick could arrive allowed for G2 to come out ahead in the fight, secure themselves an Arakan, and all of a sudden, the momentum may have shifted into G2's favor.
It looks like MKOI are going to give it up in favor of top turret and getting some deep vision in the lead up to the purple worm in the top lane. So G2 is...
Did he just flash?
He flashed away from Caps. No, that was before. That was a replay.
I want to say that that was a
replay.
Fat finger or a misclick, or maybe he was typing a flash or something, and
maybe he forgot WSD's not in the game yet. He was using.
Yeah.
It ends there. Alvaro looking for an engage. Meewan's trying to pinch this movement with his maiden, but for now, quickness going to start us off, and the hero's entrance onto Hans Sama. He's knocked up, he's stunned up, he flashes away. Meewan on the chase. Get away from me! Han survives, but now they don't finish the job. It takes El Yoya, but is the time worth it? For G2, they're getting chunked down. El Yoya re-engage the fight, and Meewan plays it back. Super did the same, and it came close to being a whoopsie. But in MKOI, we believe.
They make the dive work. Caps now isolated against Meewan. He's the last man standing. Koi is looking for the final kill.
Good exhaust. Caps flashes and dies to the maiden. That's an ace, and that's MKOI's victory march in this game.
Massive turnaround play from MKOI, finding their moment to make that pick happen. Meewan, great roam towards the mid lane.
And this is why I really wanted to mention earlier, yes, G2 did get a good fight, but they needed so many more good fights before they could swing the game back in their control, and Koi just would not allow them to have it.
Does feel like we've got an interesting game 2 on our hands. It looks like an equal game state, and at least series, right? It's definitely not equal in this individual game. 8k gold lead. Skewmon going to get face checked here, but El Yoya is controlling this whole side of the jungle. G2 getting pushed back, and we are approaching 8.5. This turret is definitely going to drop. G2 going to think about a fight, but with Meewan getting that demolished proc, how easy it is for this Yorick.
Quite frankly, I'm really happy to see this performance from Koi.
Yeah.
Of course, game 1, a couple of their objective setups, I think, were, well, not handled in the best way, but game 2, they've just bounced right back. I've loved the way in which they've used their pressure in their side lanes to just...
Jojo's going to be the focus here as Broken Blade tries to go. Skewmon still has Pillar.
Yeah, so he can't ulti out. Jojo, he can't TP out. He's going to be chomped, and they're holding the CC. He's going to shield a Duran. Alvaro turns it into an engage. Elio is here as well. Teleport from G2 to bring the fight in, but Hans Sama has to run away. The ulti from Jojo sends him deep. He goes golden. The shockwave brings in Super. Wait, MKOI are getting low. They're going deep. A knock-up galore. G2 are winning this fight, and MKOI need to get the hell out of there. Meewan running for his life. Broken Blade gets caged up. Slice and dice. Flashed away from another stun. El Yoya kept in place as Hans Sama walks up. Jojo doesn't have a flash, or rather he does, but doesn't want to go back in. Mirwin can't bring the cats out, and as G2 chase down this fight, Mkoi, like me, like you, thought that this was impossible.
It looked impossible, it felt impossible, but somehow G2 find the fight they need with that shockwave shutting down Super where he stood.
Koi is so frustrating to watch.
Betty is a bit tilted.
Because like Jojo's just, he's sitting in the top lane.
And if they'd kind of coordinated where Hans Salmon like Valkyrie forward and looked at the play, maybe, but he just catches it. Now G2 sieging on the mid wave.
Now remember how much standing gold there is for G2 as well, because they haven't taken a tower yet this game, and now they're quickly going to convert it into 3.
It was 7k gold lead at the end of that fight.
It was
and
more.
MK now 3, yeah.
It was like 9 almost at one point.
I mean, at the end of the fight was 7.
Oh,
now
true.
it's 3k. Like, this gold is just completely vanishing for Mkoi.
Now they're going into the Mirwin, he's isolated. Can't G2 just...
But wait onto me when the cage comes out. You're right, he is isolated, but he's dead before Jojo gets to ulti in. Alvaro, he's ulted in. His Pantheon ults there as well. Hansama is just firing though. They say kill Cap, but he's shockwave on his death knell, and he doesn't even ring the damn bell. G2 have been given the Hail Mary, not once, but twice.
Koi just collapse. Mirwin in the river, isolated, dies before Jojo can even arrive. They thought that they had killed Caps, but they didn't have the damage. And just like that, the game is going to be over.
I cannot believe G2 are ending this game. Only 3 minutes ago, they were being sieged in their own base with a nearly 10k gold lead, and now they're winning the bloody game.
In our region, in our League of Legends, the game is not over until that Nexus goes boom.
Just a massive throw from Koi. They slowed the game down too much, and G2 punished them. Credit for G2 defining that fight, but wow, throw from Koi.
They would be kicking themselves. Roman, you know, as we go to a break on match point.
Questionable Magical Journeys. It wasn't his best champion last time he played it, but this is one of those drafts where you can get full agency on it against a lot of these champions, where you can either deny some of the CC or really just find a mobile target.
With the grub spawning in a minute's time and both bot lanes on the top side of the map, you imagine that both teams will be setting their eyes on this objective. But the first one going the way of Mkoi. Definitely a good way to start things off. Objectives going their way as well with the first dragon, and this is going to be at the very least 2 grubs. They're looking to make it 3. Skewmond is alone here, given the top wave is pushed in. Lebrov is going to arrive late, and there we go. 3 grubs locked in for Koi. So a fantastic early game here in game 3 when the pressure is really on. Keeping my eyes on Aljoya, and he's making his way over, but Jojo, no HP. Caps is being zoned away from the objective though, but I still think it's a difficult contest, and yeah, that's going to be an objective secured.
He's so good at solo objectives, man. He just hits away at it. Karmine Master at Arms onto Mirwin. The snip's out, but Broken Blade has his number. Skewmond's coming in just in case to bring the storm down. First blood over to G2.
Slam dunk for Skewmond. Flicks off the tower, turns off the lights for Mirwin along with it. Going for any sort of play that's in a 3v3 to 5v5 situation, they're fine, but they end up running into G2 and now looking to contest this Rift Herald.
Ginch though for the time being. Missing shot hits Lebrov. That's nice here.
Mirwin just TP'd bottom as well. Broken Blade on reset means he could TP into this play and in behind Mkoi.
But Alvaro's coming in without a tempered fate. Mkoi Tash in the wind here with Herald going back and forth. And what I mean is that they have to be careful about where they place. They're going to get blown aside. Reset on the Herald. Is it buying time? As biggest question is G2 hover around.
They don't want to contest.
Okay.
Caps has no ult, so they're just going to back away. Broken Blade now starting to get some good trades against Mirwin.
Oh, it's really good trades as well. Enhanced auto coming up. There it is. The snip still connect, but Mirwin is the one lower, and now the matchup is starting to take effect. Guys, it's just a cup of tea with a marshmallow in it.
How can you be a caster if you don't know?
It's
what
winter.
Tea and hot chocolate.
Look,
gentlemen, there may be a bear on the loose.
I think indeed. That's an easy stun. Sky Splitter again, not even needing a thundering smash. Broken Blade gets a kill, and Mirwin disrespecting where this bear is on the map, while meanwhile Super steps up to this. The feathers are out, the flash is in. Hans looking for the solo kill, the feathers are... Oh! The bird of prey! Hans Summer takes down Super, who stepped up to the original king. Tempered Fate catches him adrift. Now, Elyoya's on the way in with a Cataclysm, and Han Summer knows he's dead. With a root up, though, he's trying to take another body down, but Elyoya trades off the kill. But it all started with Super's ego.
I mean, that felt personal. Han Summer turned to him and said, gonna interrupt my back? All right, well, that's gonna come with a cost. He gets himself a solo kill onto Super.
Unfortunately, it's close. However, Han Summer with that kill, Yuntal, Navori, Flicker Blades, 2 items Zaya. And G2 is starting up this Dragon. This will make Dragon number 2. I mean, I am worried when we saw MKOI's first 10 minutes in lanes being so good. The fact that we flipped around and like Fabio, old mate, says, G2 are cooking. G2 in this game 3 are cooking again. Alvaro gets a stun up. A bit of damage from Jojo, but it's not enough. Broken Blade's going to kite it back to the turret, and
You're in a little bit of an awkward spot as G2 though, because his Caps is matching on bot, has wards if he wants to try and TP him behind, and they're full committing his end.
Hunter has his ult, he's going to pop it early here and doesn't have his flash available, but he does have a root back. TP in from Broken Blade. Herald gets the charge, the turret dies down and getting in. Elyoya was saved, but the quickness, or rather Counter-Strike, ends his world. Tempered Fate onto 3. Now that Elyoya's down, MKOI getting out of there, and the Tempered Fate probably saves the rest of the follow-up from G2.
I don't know why Elyoya went to get into the Herald. They could have just walked away. They got the tower, but in trying to get in.
There again is another Sky Splitter. Elyoya's on the way at 5k. A flip for Artican. He takes a magical journey though. Looks for a reposition. Broken Blade coming for a flank using the same journey. Counter-Strike is now down. Pop Blossom in. It's a 3-man from LeBron. Broken Blade is still in the thick of it though as he's kiting out. He's not dead yet. Artican still goes down over to Han Summer. But now MKOI have a chance. Out with the ulti from Skumon as Han Summer gets another root. It's capped. Laid on top. Super gets out. Then he arcane shifts over the wall. MKOI trade even, but it was Artican on top. That makes it so worth for G2. What is happening? Elyoya's going to ult these Sky Splitter damage down. Skumon just walked past him and was like, hey, there was a weird interaction.
Yeah, we're starting to get a little silly as G2, they go for the Rift Herald, but they end up over-committing because Han Sama sticks around to try and finish the Rift Herald as the rest of G2 pull away. There is no portals. There's no
portals. So I was wondering how they're getting through. They took a Bard portal, but they're too late. Dragon is gone. Elyoya.
Is he too late?
Prove me wrong. It's taken by Skumon. Never mind. It's third Dragon. Needlework. Cataclysm out. Han Sama caught in the middle of it. He gets a root out, but surely he must die. Alvaro, unfortunately, picks up the kill, so MKOI get one for the quarter Dragon, but they were too late in the end despite the 50-50. G2 on sole point.
G2 still hovering around to try and defend this tower. Broken Blade pushing in this top side. I don't know how much they can try and commit for this. Han Sama, I think good call not to burn the flash. He was just happy to sit there and go, look, I will fall for this Dragon, but we get to play it now, Jojo.
Okay, with the root up as well, Pop Blossom zones off anyone else going golden. Time is bought. Skumon on the way in though. He's going to get his smash down. Exhausted down, doesn't get in range. No stun up as TP from Broken Blade. Then matched out with a Counter-Strike. He zoned off everyone of MKOI. This fight not looking too good as the mosh pit of G2 is just harder. A Cosmic Binding slows down the play with Broken Blade in with a hill, a leap strike, a Tangle Bard that misses from LeBron. Jojo's able to walk it out. The Sky Splitter once again zoning off Alvaro as G2 keep getting small resources. Gold's going up. He had Molten Shield as well.
I mean, 2 levels down as well for Caps. He is not going to have a good time, and doesn't look like G2 will here either.
All the pinch, game changing. Tempered Fate misses though onto Han Summer. Mirwin's there. He's going to be rooted up immediately. The feathers fly, but Han so low, and he's matched with the range. Pause. A pause at the start of the fight that looks like MKOI can get Baron off of.
Casters? Yeah.
A flash and ghost away. The fight has actually started. Mirwin gets pincered in. Broken Blade's also low. Jojo gets here with his root as well. Weird being thrown back in,
kill him. Okay, nice. Oh, thank God.
Next. Now, Han Summer did come back, and this time he got the flash and ghost away. And while he survives, 2 of G2 are dead, and MKOI going to start the Baron regardless.
And Betty, you were right. MKOI still managed to force that fight. They still managed to get the picks that they want. And this Baron is going to be huge for...
There is still sole point hit for G2, but in 45 seconds, MKOI now with the Baron have standing gold to take care of business.
And they're about to set up entirely on this bottom side. Humon's going to spot out everyone.
He's found Flag and Drag. He flashes away from. There's the Needlework. Mirwin has 2 more. He's going to send 1 into Caps, and eventually, Caps goes down to half HP. Sky Splitter on the way, but the Baron's still doing work as True Shot Barrage stops Caps. He has to back away, and MKOI are still sieging this turret. This is about to be a 4k gold lead. Jojo's also on mid. So not just Dragon denial, but the game firmly in the hands of MKOI again.
Look at
Hans, way dead to Jojo. PP flank, G2 want to find something here under Jojo, flashes in with the Realm Warp, flag and drag, Honda Caps, he just burned his flash, he's stuck in the Thunderdome, and Super will take him down. Skumon down with the ulti as well as MKOI with Baron. And those death timers, the base is in tatters.
Caps went for the flank, but with Hansama getting caught, he was completely isolated. And now it's G2 scrambling to save their base, but MKOI, they're on a demolition tear.
35 seconds, 25 on the 80 carry. Hansama not there, and this defense is going to be hard with the range from Super, especially Skumon trying his best, but one Nexus turret falls immediately to keep this series going, to keep the chance of going straight into the grand finals. MKOI in game 3 with a bare Nexus. They waited a long time for this, but the Nexus falls, and MKOI get the series alive.
See if you land some damage, and there's very little kind of hard engage on G2's side. So you can just land a couple of Ziggs bombs, see what you hit, and then slowly but surely start to take your space. And when you find that moment of, okay, we've done enough damage, I think we can win an all-out fight.
The clear speed, it's just so much faster in favor. You get to do plays like we just saw on your screen. And secondly, she wants to dive in. Oh, actually, she's threatening a dive right now.
Can do so from range as well. Super handshaked in, hit with AoE, flashes away. LeBron has got the handshake on him rather than bail out. He does get bailed out, but it's a trade in the end. 80 carry down as Skumon stands his ground, and Hansama picks up the first kill.
They still managed to get Super as well, so he's going to lose out on all this wave. So G2 going to be happy enough with that, even if LeBron couldn't keep his life.
But here in game 4, G2 is doing it to them, leveraging the clear speed of the Zyra, leveraging the early advances we got on the bot lane 2v2.
That's charge. Mega Inferno bomb. Caps gets out of range. Jojo gets a heavy chunk of the explosive charge, now at half HP for both. Dredge line. LeBron walks in, he face checks. He's on chompers as well. This is easy auto attack even with the exhaust, but Super in the end can't reach the last autos of LeBron. Maybe the exhaust just saved his life.
They might threaten a dive here.
They're going to keep going on. Hansama has his Transcendence available. Skumon still with the Strangle Thorns up and available. The AoE is going to be a paradise for this Zyra. The Thorns are out. No Dredge line escape. Double knockout. Flash away. No trade yet. Hansama picks up kill number 2. And with plates going down, that is an 800 gold lead just about for Yunara.
G2 are completely taking over on this bottom side.
The Jinx Rocket just barely. Ow! So close. Almost hits onto Caps. He has to flash, actually. We didn't quite catch it on camera, but he ends up flashing away to safety. While all that was happening, the grubs are secured by Skumon, who is just running rampant through the jungle.
Gets out alive, but both summoners are lost in the process.
Especially ahead of things like that Dragon fight that's going to be up in just under 3 minutes' time. Not having that flash can be crucial, especially if everyone may actually look for a bit more.
Once in with the ulti, flashes in, last breath of the ult, gets it! That becomes a solo kill. Mirwin does die in the end. It's a trade. But at least these minions are denied.
Well played, but we have to turn our attention to bot lane because the action doesn't slow down.
Oh, hang on a minute. Getting Super caught out. The ulti burned out. The roots are grasped and Super's dead again. The Thorns have strangled one life now, helping for another. It's good dodging from Alvaro, but eventually he will die as G2's jungler is just everywhere. A gank up top, not getting a kill ain't good enough when Skumon is 2-0-2 and running the rift.
A lot of pressure on this top side though. Lebrov starting to clear out some vision, and with this wave being crashed in, Mirwin very far away from Mega Gnar.
But Hansama's ulted, he's got the range in. Mirwin's getting Arclight ruined as well. It might just be a hell of a solo kill, but Skumon pops the ulti for the final tick of damage. Top is now over, and Hansama once again is getting full access to plating. Yes, first Dragon for MKOI, but I am very worried.
You can also see Lebrov trying to push Elyoya off of these jungle camps.
Broken Blade, he's going to ult out as well. He's not yielding yet. And on to Jojo, Pune, all the damage connecting, tries to kite it away. Satchel comes up, but he's dead. Solo kill by the top father. And top turret going down at the same time. It is a disaster for the Koi.
Koi is crumbling. This investment into the bot lane by Skumon is paying off massively. Broken Blade finds himself a solo kill. The top lane is just falling apart.
Ran into a Nautilus, and with the help of Renata, bail out for Caps if he does die here, and die he does. All right, maybe jumping on Nautilus was a bit too much. Elyoya probably laughing as kill rightly goes over to Super.
And force Skumon away. but you've already got first move for Caps and Nobrov up from this bottom side.
Skewmon, remember, has Seeker's arm guard as well. There's the engage. Skewmon pops the button immediately. Redemption comes down. Herald at 2k. The rocket is a miss. Flip back onto Mirwin, is zoned down. The eye exposed, stolen. Elioya takes it and leaves, but Cap hops into all of them. He's got his first reset. Onto the second, interrupted. Elioya nice, but the buster shot keeps him away. The burn kills Caps. Meanwhile, into Meganar, G2 don't care. Broken Blade pulls out the Natofos. Hard pulls out the whip. And G2 chasing down MKOI for a 3-for-1 kill.
Elioya gets the smite, but no one gets to pick up the eye. And G2 are winning the fight off the back. Lebrov is chasing Jojo through the jungle as G2 look for the tier 2 on top.
And they're just taking everything. Skewmon is stealing Caps while he's sieging on the top tower. Super is very low on this mid wave. Broken Blade is eyeing it up, but he's not going to overstay his welcome. Another tower is secured. The goal gap continues to grow.
I mean, it's huge right now, isn't it? Skewmon and Hans running the map as Lebrov is going to face check. See Mirwin going into Meganar soon. Mirwin, though, has a whole team running onto his position. Alvaro needs to help defend. Death charge onto Hans Sama to stop the fight going any further. Good handshake. Stun doesn't connect. Mirwin still slowed down. He must Meganar and does. That'll help his life. But now with the Arclight of Ruin, gets the flash out of the dinosaur. He will live. Mirwin survives. But G2 will thrive in another dragon.
And Elioya's on the top side of the map, but there's not much that he can play for. He's just going to be zoned away by Broken Blade as a dragon will go uncontested. Hansama is going to lose some farm in that mid wave. He's going to have to take the long way round. But ultimately, another dragon is secured for G2. And Koi, they're limited on their options. Another bot tower will go the way of G2.
In a turret from Caps. And right now, they're destroying MKOI in game 4.
But again, MKOI can always fight for that rematch. They will be dropped to the lower bracket if they lose here, and that's what happens.
Well, Caps, as he jumps on, Jojo pops him, almost rocket! Super fixes it. Exhaust from Jojo. He satchel charges out. He's been berserk. He's hit, picked up. Renato rolls great, but Hansama's isolated. The game ain't over yet. Hanzo, reset, failed out. Mirwin gets over the wall, finishes the deed. The all-out from Broken Blade delivers the kill. Elioya was the one taken, but Broken Blade trying to 1v3. Shields up, Natofo, flips up, true damage mitigated. Elioya survives and bops him. Shut down the Super, and G2 are not finished in this series yet. MKOI live. The game state, while mitigated from MKOI from that fight, is still in G2's favor. We come back, Artikan started. Top side of the map's going to be the trade for MKOI, but Artikan is such a big objective. Skewmon does it quick, and the trade-off is going to be this top turret that Jojo will take with ease.
Yeah, actually just going to let the creeps die instead. Wants to make sure that G2 loses much gold on the map, as he does have the satchel charge to take it down if he wants to. But MKOI, at least showing that they still have some life, and if G2 don't play it correctly.
As G2 are focusing on Mintara for now.
Well, that's going to be an easy objective secured. Can they catch out Broken Blades?
It's going to be hard. The damage though from Super, wow, it's great. It is good damage. Broken Blade's not tanking up yet. Super Mega Death Rocket almost kills him. Dredge line in. A zap onto Skewmon, narrowly avoided Mirwin with no Mega Narbar. So MKOI picking their fight wisely. Not yet. Lebrov tries for a handshake angle. MKOI no, they back off. And this third dragon with the health bars, it looks like G2 are going to have it.
And Ziggs really does slow that down. And when you pair that alongside a Jinx as well, I think that MKOI have the tools to stall, but has Mirwin been caught?
He just lost Meganar. Lebrov needs a good handshake here. 4 members of G2 hovering around bot. The hop first, and Caps hops in when's dead in an instant. Skewmon buffers out the bomb with the Zonyas, puts down the Stranglethorns, buys time, sends out some roots, but the zap is good. Shut down. Broken Blade. What? He teleported in, but an all-out. He's going to bring Elioya over the wall, but the Pathmaker misses. Super gets some damage down as well, but MKOI are in front of the Baron with some letters for Elioya. It's up, sitting there. MKOI double down. They think, hey, G2 need to face check, and still in the all-out. Broken Blade almost dead, but what a takeover! Caps, buster shot onto Jojo next. A rocket jump with the range, and Caps finally comes alive in his 4th game. But Lebrov sold me that fight as Hans Sama hits the nail of the Arclight of Ruin.
A very scary situation as Skewmon loses his life.
MKOI, no Jojo, no Super, and this thing will melt with Yunara damage.
But Super's going to have ulti. He's got an ulti to send out. Super, the hero of MKOI. 7k, a Mega Death Rocket they need vision for. At 4, it's coming in a little bit early, and it's blocked. Broken Blade at the edge of the wall, and Baron goes down to G2.
Both of these teams already have a spot in Madrid, but right now they're fighting for a spot in the finals.
Oh yeah.
Guaranteed best of 5 to fight for that title. Labrov has found an angle. Maybe he's found a knot onto Super.
Minion Wave's in the way, but again, a hostile takeover finds one man, an important one. Jojo is down. Hun Summer, as he picks up that kill, didn't have to expend anything, or rather, excuse me, his ulti was burnt, but regardless, G2 have now opened up mid with it as well, and this Baron is finally going to start doing some damage.
A lot of the wave clear that Koi rely on has now been taken care of. The traps will be thrown down, but that's little to dissuade G2 as they secure their first inhibitor tower of the game.
Just before their soul is about to come up, and as it sits there waiting at 8,000 gold, G2 are going to run towards it now, and what hope do MKOI have of stopping it?
They need Mirren to try and go towards Meganar if they really want to try and take the fight, but he's not anywhere close to it. Has just gone into his mini form. So G2 spreading out of the jungle. Caps wants to take the fight.
And onto Mirwin, he'll jump first, ask questions later. Mirwin is going into Mega, but will he survive long enough? He hops, he does get the ulti off his butt. The shot helps out as well. Caps gets burnt down by Jojo. Alive, Mirwin staying alive means so much, even though he dies. Now it's up to the rest of them. Now that Jojo's here, what hope does he have with Super alongside him? 3K for the steal, Elyoya for a game 5 potential. You need to steal the rocket, not in range, and another good ulti. He gets it, what? Elyoya got it somehow, but the game feels like it's in tatters because of it. Jojo tries to TP out, he survives, but there's only one man, and all of G2 remain.
Elyoya steals the dragon.
Do what was destined of them. They have not missed the finals in 7 tries. And on their 8th, they will not start now. G2 secure their spot at the big stage at Madrid.